Hey viewers, it's Ethan here today, and so here I'd like to just start off with this introduction of my first do-it-yourself video. Yeah! And so basically in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys an alternative way to lace up your shoes. I never learned to tie my shoes until I was 8, #fail, but this is definitely something I loved doing. I always felt kind of like this calming feeling when I just spend time lacing my shoes, and so this is just something that I found cool when I was like lacing when I was younger, the design, and so this is definitely something I wanted to share with you guys because this is awesome. Okay, so here we have the actual design after we finish lacing the shoe, and so I'm going to be doing this with my new Converse that I recently got and have not worn, and mainly because the shoelaces bothered me. And so this is the end result. What you're pretty much going to need for to do this kind of like lace up is you're going to need more than 6 eyelets. I have 7, and you can do it with even numbers, but when you kind of get like to 7 or a gap right here, but you know, that's okay because it still looks fine. The nice result of brand new shoes. And so basically you start off by taking your shoe, new or not new, and you unlace the shoe. I'm going to be working to get this result, and let's hope that things go nicely. So our first step into getting our shoes laced, as shown before, is to make sure that we have a good base. Basically this step is you thread your lace through the first eyelets, and you make sure it goes as shown underneath. And the real trick to lacing shoes is to always make sure that your laces are flat. That once you have it laced as shown, that your strings are even, because laces that are uneven piss everyone off, right? And then moving on to step 2, you'll take the right end of the lace, and let's get the tongue out of the way, dirty tongue, and you want to move it up to the 4th eyelet on the right. Make sure you have that done, and then you can go ahead and grab the left lace, and then kind of going with the same feel of things, go over to the 4th eyelet on the right side and thread through. But the key here is to weave it underneath what you already have. Keep these straight and flat and not twisted in any way, because that totally ruins the end result, and this lacing is more for decorative purposes, and you're not going to achieve anything if your laces are not correct. You take it and you go under, and you go 2 eyelets below. So we're on the 2nd eyelet here. I can't find the hole. And you thread it through. If I can find it. Okay, there we go. Sausage fingers never come in handy when you're doing this, but you can do it. And what you want to do is you want to go over this lace right here, and you want to go to the 5th eyelet up here. And so go ahead and do that. That's what I hate. Sometimes your laces are curved inwards. So there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our left lace over here, which is currently here. I know this gets really confusing. And you're going to want to repeat the process that we just did with the right lace. And at the end you thread it right here at the 5th eyelet. You guys kind of see like the pattern that's going on here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with our right lace, which is back on the right side. And what we do is, now that we're finishing up, you're going to go down 2 eyelets from where it's inside, and you're going to go to the 3rd eyelet right here, and you're going to thread it what we're going to do with this is we're going to go over this lace and under this lace.
Just weave it really nice and quick.
And so now this is kind of like the optional part, but for me I just like to keep things clean and nice and to make sure that things tighten and my tongue stays in place. If your tongue has one of these little nice loop things to string your lace through, go ahead and take advantage of that because that's what you do. So we finish off the lacing by going at the 6th eyelet. And then we're going to start with our left lace. We have our left lace and we're pretty much going to repeat the step that we just did with the right side by making sure it goes up through this eyelet and proceeds to go through this eyelet. And the kind of goal and trick to this part is you need to make sure that you don't weave over this placement right here on the tongue. I know this gets messy, but make sure not to weave over this part. You need to weave under, kind of just slide along here. Ta-da! And so the final step we want to do is we want to go under this lacing, over this lacing, and then through this like loop thing, and then come up to the 7th eyelet.
Get in there.
Ta-da! So if you're following along, you have successfully laced your 6th eyelet hold shoe. And if you have 8 eyelets, which once again I'm missing out on because I have 7, you will go ahead and just repeat the steps one more time of the little weave that we did. And you can just finish off and tie your shoes off here. So once you've finished and you've gotten the product overall of what you like, make sure to go through and to flatten out any rounded or curved lace or whatever. Kind of just go through and fix your mistakes. This shoe lacing is definitely unique and something cool, but something that doesn't work on all shoes and something that I won't keep for too long. The only problem I find with this lacing is your strings to tie your shoes are like a hell of a lot shorter, and you kind of just have the hardest time tightening your shoes. To tighten your shoes, you pretty much have to go through each little lace, and it just takes forever, and you kind of have to like weave, like you have to re-weave it with your fingers without like unweaving it to kind of get it tighter. Make sure then when you're doing this that you are making sure that it's tight enough for your foot, and the ultimate like kind of goal here is to make sure it fits perfectly on your foot. And I always like doing this kind of lace because look how big my shoes are. I am size 13, size 14, and my Converse end up looking like freaking clown shoes. So this is what I do to make them look not so cartoonish and look nicer. And my feet are always going to be the same size, but at least they don't look like clown shoes. My tutorial on how to lace this, and I will have the information on how long your laces need to be down below in the description. And thanks for viewing, guys, and make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you kick in with your kicks, and have a nice day.